Welcome.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to another edition of the Bones of Advertising with some glitter sprinkled on top. I'm Craig McLeod, which makes all of you around the grounds.
CARO,
Hendricks.
Gabs.
JD, adventurous JD.
Hey,
in the
outside.
outdoors. It's cold, but I'm made of very stern stuff. So
A little bit of Albie Mangles or a little bit of
I haven't heard that name in ages. Yeah.
Albie
Highly
Mangles.
inappropriate. Which
My middle name, my boy.
oh really?
Hey, do we have a bone to pick over today?
We do. Craig,
Moving on
inappropriate
quickly.
McLeod. We do. We're going to talk about lighthearted advertising. Lighthearted
advertising.
That makes us pay attention to more serious issues.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm all about a Muppet. So I just want everyone in the audience to know that I am pro Muppet. I'm all about Muppets.
Is that why we're friends, Craig?
Which Muppet do you think you'd be, mate, if you were a Muppet? Do you reckon you and I'd be the old judges sitting up the top
I would love to have the kahunas of Waldorf and Stadler up in the oh, it's nothing but an idiot.
That's you and I reckon, for
what about
sure.
the pig, Kermit? No.
there? Okay, Gabs, which one are you? You've got to be Hot Lips Houlihan, don't you?
I reckon I'd be Beaker. You know,
Beaker.
Beaker.
And then just God, we're really down a rabbit hole, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ooh.
I'll be Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them. Probably just the Yip Martians. I'd be all of them. Many of the
Radio. Yep. Radio.
Yep.
Okay, let's have a look at this ad that's been
Yes.
served up to us by our very dear friends over the ditch, New Zealand, with their jandals, and they're having their fish and chops. Let's have a look at this one right now, shall we?
Beachter's Brew.
In the last quarter, look at the graphs. If you look at the projection and the sales projection, what's in the last quarter?
Oh wow, yeah. Karen loves that when she's editing. She loves my reaction.
Always.
I love it. It
Look,
made me angry. It was so lighthearted, but it made me angry, an angry man.
I loved it. I loved it too, and I loved it for the simple reason that it was done so spectacularly well. So with stop animation, which is what that is, with that, you're moving things millimeters and taking a bazillion frames to bring this thing to life. It was so well done. Like the actual movements were extraordinary. I don't know who did it, but whoever did it needs a pat on the back, because that's kind of at the level where Wallace and Gromit are with their plasticine animation. It was so good.
Yep.
I loved it. And then of course, underneath it is this message of, yep, you can do all of these shit things within an organization and they're probably going to be career limiting, but don't have a baby because you're fucked if you do.
Yeah.
Like really, really well put together, well presented. The message was brilliant just at the end. And I love that. It's kind of like a Gruen ad at the end, when you've got all of this shit going on at the end, don't be a dickhead, I just love it.
Yeah, at the risk of being a little bit Scott Morrison, I'd like to tell the ladies in the audience exactly why this is a great ad.
Please do.
Mansplain it to us.
I don't hold a hose. I don't hold a hose.
I don't. Yes, isn't Cole great?
That's not my job.
The thing that I found really interesting about this ad is, and it may just be because I kind of grew up in advertising in the 90s and the early 2000s. was that's how men used to behave towards women, and they were rewarded for it. Like coming in and picking up your sandwich and eating it in front of you as a power move was like, oh, isn't that funny? Like, and it just reminded me of all of the shit things that used to happen to juniors in agencies, but particularly to women. But it was like, so the whole sort of like career limiting move, having a baby it wasn't, I absolutely agree with it, but all of the behaviors were like, a bloke does that and it's seen as funny and he's seen as a good guy and let's reward him for it. But a woman does it and it's a career limiting move. That's not a career limiting move for a guy to open the window and have all the papers fly everywhere. That's a mark of respect. Like it's just, yeah, sorry. I've gone down a little misogynistic.
Well, we've got a really unique situation here, my friend, because someone has recently produced Small Child, and that small child is pretty outrageously cute, I might say as well. So what have you got to say on it, Bertie T?
Not bad. I'm in two frames of mind about it. Like I thought it was gorgeously done and it was super cute. And it may get people to talk about it, but I don't know if it would really instigate that much change. Yeah, it's a tricky one because like I can definitely relate to the return to work after having a baby scenario. And I've been, super grateful that my return to work journey has been awesome. And I love the people I work with, you guys. And I've been really supported, but I know girls that haven't been. I know girls that have left companies after 10 years maternity leave and they get back and people are like, welcome to the team. It's kind of like, well, no, it's welcome back. Like I'm not a new person here. I've been here. So it's a tricky one. I think it's something that, a lot of bosses may say, we support it because it's kind of the right thing to do. Like, oh yeah, we support flexible working arrangements and return to work and we support you having children and stuff. But I think going back to what you were saying, JD, I think it's still kind of stuck in the 80s and 90s where it's like you say it, but I don't think actions really follow suit on that. So
but is that the role of advertising? Is the role of advertising to raise awareness rather than to, I mean, the awareness drives the need for
I think
change.
it is. Yeah. And like I said, I think it would remind people of the situation, but I don't know if it would actually make change. Like people would be like, that's kind of cute. Yeah. But would it hit home hard enough to be like, oh, actually, maybe I should look at the way I'm treating my staff? I don't know.
Okay. Gabs, what about you? What do you reckon? Because obviously at some stage in the career, there may be an opportunity for you to produce a small Gabs as well.
Well, let's not go there anytime soon.
Maybe Gabs.
No, gosh, no.
Hello.
Yeah, I can't speak from personal experience.
Yeah.
But in terms of the actual just ad creative itself, I really loved it. I think it was well executed, like you've all said, but even from a strategic point of view, I think the absurdity of it and the awkwardness and it's the music and the grunts and just the way that they've brought it to life echoes the absurdity of women being marginalized for having children in the workplace. So I think that was like an undertone or like a cue that I really picked up throughout it that I really loved. But JD, I think you're right. It's until you get to the end, I feel like it's much more about women's rights in the workplace generally. And I think that could be an extension play on it. I also think it's interesting that it's a New Zealand ad and they've got a female prime minister who had a baby whilst in office. So that's quite interesting. And I wonder, whether we'd ever employ a campaign like that here in Australia, because I think it's a very valid topic and something that should be talked about more.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I also saw the other day, I'm not sure whether it was on LinkedIn or on Facebook, but organisations providing leave for women when they have their period. Now, I thought that's like a pretty new age thing. I mean, obviously as blokes, we don't understand, or maybe we do understand, but we obviously don't experience the same stuff. I mean, I thought that was also like an interesting point to put forward. And again, we're unable to have children. So without you guys, there's no new life. It is, and it does seem backward. Again, I say this sometimes, I've got 2 daughters. I think if my daughters were offered a job that a boss, male or female, said, you know what, at times you're not going to feel great when you've got your period. And those times it's fine for you to take some time, go through that and feel better about it. But I think it's really interesting that those things are coming to light now. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard of that. I don't know if you ladies have or JD, you've ever heard of that before, but I think the point I'm trying to make is on the back of this, it probably follows on from the comments that, Caro, you're not sure that it would instigate change. I think you might be right there, but maybe to JD's point and to Gab's point, it's got us talking about it. And I think that's a positive thing. I think that's a really important thing. And perhaps from here, and again, we're not New Zealanders, we're not in New Zealand, and, perhaps Jacinta Ardern is the reason that something like that came to pass. But however it comes to pass, I think it's really important that it does get on the agenda. And there are differences between the sexes. And sometimes I think you've got to look at how you can better facilitate life for everyone. We've embraced this work from home culture, and I think it's definitely changed the way in which we work and the balance. And I know it's definitely had an enormous effect on me physically, stress-wise and health-wise. And I think it has for all of us as well. But I do think there's nuances here. And, I'm all about moving forward and looking at shit and saying, are we doing it right or could we do it better? And at the end of the day, the totality of a year is 52 weeks, right? 4 of that is leave. If you're really lucky, you might get an extra week or a day off for your birthday. But holistically, the working week shifted from it has to be between here and here. And, if someone's not feeling great during the day, they might jump on at the end of the day and do whatever, or they might not. That's not the expectation. But when you start to provide people with some real, respect and trust to do what they need to do, you find you get a shit ton back. And not that it's about getting back, but it just seems to work that way. I don't know how you all feel about that.
I think it works both ways. I think if you respect your job and your boss respects you, I think you get the best out of each other.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that it's really hard for larger businesses, I think there's a financial implication when they've got rent to pay on 4 stories in a city office buildings, and it's like, we can't justify people working at home when we've got all of this space. So, which I think goes against the humanity of office work.
Yeah.
But I also think there are, I think it's really hard for a lot of businesses to actually judge the output of people unless they can see them working. They don't judge necessarily the output, they judge how you work and where you work rather than what you produce. So
I think that's a good point.
I think kind of that needs to change, but it's a much bigger picture. I think in the context of this ad, I think if it gets people talking, I think that's a really, really good thing.
Yeah.
People it needs to get talking are the people who actually control where you work and how you work.
Yeah, those that can facilitate or instigate change, I reckon. That's really the key to it. But from there, I want to make a really interesting segue from that to something very, very different. What the fuck this week, I'm going to introduce you to my, I don't know what I'm going to call it, the next nemesis, monkeypox. What the fuck's going on here? And the reason this all came to pass, right? So we were chatting this morning or whatever it was about something that I saw on one of the mediums. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Insta this time, and it was COVID introducing monkeypox to the office. He's just showing him around, and it's like this fucked up
the
crazy
Joker and the
clown.
clown.
And I don't know what monkeypox was like. I don't know, the Joker or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think COVID was the Joker, and monkeypox
the clown from it, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like your 2 worst nightmares. Chilling.
And they're just hanging out. They're just showing each other around. COVID showing monkeypox around the office about to sort of spread itself right around the world.
Monkeypox, like seriously, just fuck off. Everything, just go. Enough.
I don't know if it's the media desperately looking for the next big thing, or if it's a genuine danger.
Yeah.
Or if it's just the proof that some people can't keep their dick in their pants.
I think it's just
because it can only
hysteria.
it's primarily spreading via sexual connection. That's right, isn't it?
It's also like, body fluids, contact and bedding and all of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But
Eddie, what do you mean? So if you're in a hotel and some maggots had monkeypox in the bed before you and you jump in and you're like, monkeypox
blisters.
Like
it's fluid from blisters. So it's like, you can pick it up. Same as any kind of viral, conjunctivitis. If you touch your eye, touch something and someone touches that and touches their eye, it spreads that way. But looking at...
Thank you, Dr. Hendricks. That's just put me off my lunch.
Dr. H. Hi there, right? Dr. H. And we're going to talk about some blisters.
They're saying it's not that serious though.
No.
The reason that there's such hysteria is that it's jumped from Africa and it's multiplying quicker than it normally does. So they're trying to work out why it's spreading so quickly.
Can I give an answer
People
on
can't
that
get their
just
dick
quickly?
in their pants.
Yeah, well, people are horny.
It's post-COVID. No one had the chance to go and root anyone. Now it's just a root fest. Tinder's gone off its tits.
They've also said they were saying that it may have been around for longer than we suspect in terms of in like the European regions, but it hasn't been picked up because it's just been this rash that people haven't like sought medical advice on.
Having rashes over in Europe, are they?
I don't know. I think
that's just another rash. Love. Or they might be saying, oh la la, no, it's just another rash.
The COVID stuff, I reckon that like someone's like, oh, if you've got a sniffly nose, you've got COVID. And then everyone's like, oh my God, let's go get tested. Do I have COVID? So it's kind of like exploded from there, but they can't work out. And I think we can all kind of work out why it's happening more. But they're like, why is it spreading so quickly?
So, okay, I've got a question.
I don't know.
I want to pose a question. So they reckon COVID was because someone ate a bat. I don't know whether that's right or not, but let's just put that out there that someone ate a bat, right? Wherever that was, we're not saying anything about anyone. We're just saying someone munched on a bat. Can I ask a question? Did someone bang a monkey?
Wasn't it a wet?
I thought it was a pangolin.
I know it was in the lab.
Did someone bang a monkey? I want to pose that one more time.
In Africa?
I don't know. Did someone bang a monkey and that's how monkeypox became a human thing?
It sounds like a song. It sounds like a song. Like someone should come up with monkey banger, like,
Monkey.
Bang the monkeys all day long. We like to bang monkeys. I'm not sure. Maybe, like, could it have? Or could the monkey have blisters had gone and contacted?
Who's banging a monkey? Can someone please tell me someone didn't bang a monkey?
I think we're all going to be fine, though. The long and short of it is that they're saying it's not that bad. You won't die. No one has died. It's fine. But they've got a vaccine, though. A vaccine was created in 2019 for it. So
I'll put it out there to everyone, wherever it's come from. Just telling you, don't bang monkeys, okay? That's just a rule you just want to follow. Don't bang a monkey. They're not meant to be banged by humans.
Doctor, I've got monkey sex blisters. I need the...
God. Okay. We're going to move on from COVID introducing monkeypox around the office, which was outrageously good memes.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to harmonics, but I've got a couple of different twangs to harmonics today. I'm just going to say a word or two, and you guys playing along are going to have to come up with what the brand is that I'm talking about, okay? Now, there's a ton of these because I just couldn't stop myself. Once I got started, I'm like on a roll.
I'll make a tally. Hold on. I'll make a scoreboard.
Yes. Well, you can obviously, when you edit this, you can go back and look at it, of course. But
no, I'm doing it. Like,
okay. We don't do it in quarters. I'm not playing because I know the answers. All right, Caro, tell me when you're ready.
Cross in your square.
Okay, I'm going to start with one that's really easy, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Golden arches.
McDonald's.
Oh, I'm going to give that to Gabs because I'm the adjudicator.
Shut up. I said it first. We've got that on replay.
Okay.
I'd like to check
replay, you can go back. Okay, next one. I'm just going to give you one word and you've got to tell me the brand, okay? Lion.
Powder pop.
ING.
Bang. Gabs, ING. I would have also expected, Johnny, from you, Holden.
Yeah. But I was waiting for the response to Paddle Pop. Paddle Pop Lion, like the greatest
Well, mate,
lion
the
of them
brand's
all.
not
It is
Paddle
pretty
Pop Lion,
iconic.
is it? It's bloody Streets Paddle Pop Lion.
Paddle Pop
Isn't
Lion,
it?
the Paddle Pop Lion.
Yeah.
Is he a brand unto himself though?
Well, he's
an icon.
I don't care who he
Okay,
who he
let's move
kowtows
along.
to.
We're getting a little testy already. I quite like that. Okay. Golden egg.
Oh,
ING.
MLC.
MLC.
Damn it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now here, this one's going to be a little bit of stretch, but those who know me well will know this genre that I'm playing in.
Okay.
Waves.
Rip curl.
I would have also accepted Billabong and Quicksilver.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. This is just one word, but I'm going to see who comes up with the answer.
Monkeypox. Sorry.
Sexually transmitted disease.
Dick.
Did you say dick?
Dick.
Dick.
Oh, there's a lot of crickets.
Dick.
Dick.
Dick. Dick. Dick.
Dickhead.
Dick.
Electronics.
Yes. Gabs,
Smith,
Dick
yeah.
Smith.
Sorry.
It's a tie
Oh,
between Gabs and JD.
I'm still trying
Okay.
to crawl out of a monkeypox infested rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now this one is going to be difficult for you, JD, because I'm not sure you're going to spend a whole lot of time in this particular store, but it rhymes with scribble.
Smiggle.
What did the
Who
buzzer?
said it out of you two? Was it Gabs? Did you say Smiggle?
Yeah, but JD
Feel like-
last at the same time.
And I said Smiggle.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to look back on that one, but you're right. It was Smiggle.
It's a tie. It's a three-way tie. It's a three-way tie.
Okay.
We need
The
more.
next one is pretty easy. And I've got a few responses to this one. Bull.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Okay. Red Bull
Red
would
Bull.
also have accepted Windsor Smith and RM Williams.
Yeah, right.
Ah. So who got that?
Yep.
Who got Red Bull?
Both, not me. Not me. I was going down.
Okay,
the-
neither of us. It was a
parts, no
tie.
ball.
Let's go.
Send me all-
Okay. The next one. Silver Star.
Mercedes.
Caroline. Gabs, it's your bloody car.
Yay! I won.
Okay. You ready?
Is it a star? Is it
Oh, there's
a
another
star?
one. It's a
Oh, there's
three-pointer
tons
star.
more.
3 points.
We haven't got much time.
Circles.
Oh,
Audi.
Audi. Audi.
Boom. Or Gabs or JD, mate, your car again.
I
You should have
said
got that one.
Audi. I said it.
I said Audi and I
No
did
one
the buzzer
heard
thing.
me.
I'm the only one buzzing. I'm the only
Okay.
one buzzing.
2 to go. Treble clef.
Music. Marshall. Guitars.
Ender.
TikTok.
Oh,
TikTok.
Hey! Gabs,
No,
heard
you
that?
gave that one away.
Tick, tick, boom. Okay, last one.
So that's Gabs. Okay, go.
Polar bear.
Bundy rum.
Yeah, JD, tick, tick, boom. All right. How good
Good
was
tie.
that? That was great,
Good
wasn't
tie.
it?
Good.
I like the
Tie.
frustration on Caro's face. She reckons she got them all
No one
right.
could hear me. I'm going to play this shit back.
Of course you are.
At the
Of course
moment,
you
it's a
are. That's
tie.
your job.
It's a
Of course you
tie.
are.
Three-way tie.
I'd like to thank you all for playing along today. All the very best. No more now. That was another edition of the Bones of Advertising. Don't go changing. We'll see you next week.
bye.
Bye.